guys, welcome back to GloryHunter. It's Season 2, Episode 2, and it's time to make some transfers. Thank you for all of the feedback on the last episode. Plenty of options, plenty of people thumbing up other people's comments as well, which really helped narrow down what our options are for this window. And one of them is someone that I've got on the shortlist that is an absolutely banging suggestion that I hadn't even thought of. So you guys are coming clutch. So we've signed Alaba. He's come in and he's now starting at CDM-ish. The more defensive of the two deeper midfield pairing. I am also looking for a right back, a winger, a striker, and a cam as well. Now then, you guys' suggestions have come in clutch, and we're going to go and spend our 217 million in quite a few different areas indeed. We still have plenty of money that we could potentially raise as well, as we have a number of players still on the transfer list, some of which have bids accepted for them already, others of which we still have the potential to raise some more funds for. Ep2 would be great if I could get him out. If not, I'll try and use him as part of a deal. Get £10 million for Cambiasso as well, if possible. So we're going to look to make some signings in and some signings out. Now then, hello, Heung-min Son. How are you, sir? Very, very rightly, a number of you saying players of this sort of age and upwards are those sort of players that are good enough quality, but are only going to get less and less likely to be able to be used as we progress through this potentially up to 15-year career. So I should get them used sooner rather than later, so we get the chance to have a play with everybody that is available to us. So Heung-min Son, I am going to look to buy for a new winger role. He will come in and initially replace Kostic in the starting 11, moving Kostic to the bench. You guys have decided that Vlahovic and Chiesa are to stay this season, or at least until January, and we could potentially reevaluate then. First signing, Heung-min Son. As ever, please feel free to drop the video a like rating if you're continually enjoying this series, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any further content. It'd be great to have as many of you subs as we can possibly get through the door. I reckon I could get him for about 81. Hopefully they'll negotiate here. They've come down by 10 million already. Lovely, lovely. Will you come down by a bit more, please, Antonio? 83.6. Say yes! He said yes. Sonny boy, you're going to be coming in. He's on £195,000 a week, which is sizable. But David Alaba did take a pay decrease to come and join us. And certainly, I'd like to think that Heung-min Son at 31 might be open to doing the same. They're not going to give me an idea of what he wants. I will offer £175,000 and a £1 million signing on fee. In fact, I'll offer £165,000 and a £1 million signing on fee. And they will accept the wage, but I've added an extra bit of bonus in there. But I'll do that. 180. We'll negotiate just a little bit further, because money could be important to us later in the window if we don't get those sales that we want. Heung-min Son is in. Our first proper marquee signing of the save. 89 rated. Drastically improves the starting 11. And our squad depth as well, with Kostic 85 rated, dropping to the bench as a game-changing option from the substitutes area. That's very good for us. And it was you guys that came up with that in the YouTube comment section. So thank you for that. I think that's a great deal for us, and we can be very, very pleased indeed. We should get an A for that. We get a B. I think it's an A signing. 90 rated. 90 rated? He's 89. It just said 90 in that thing. Maybe then we could potentially get him to continue to grow. Development plans, development plans, development plans. Let's go to the squad hub. Heung-min Son, can we get you any higher than 89? No. Is the answer? No, we can't. But we probably won't need to. Heung-min Son in. Let's see if we can narrow down another signing, shall we? So Patrick Schick now being at Manchester United opens the door for a certain Cristiano to come through it. Napoli have just signed Matheus Cunha, so he's now not an option either. Immobile is still obviously an option. Osimhen is still obviously an option, but I could use Osimhen a lot later in the save. Immobile if it's a choice between Immobile or Cristiano, I think I know which one I'm going to go for, to be completely honest. And it's not going to be the Italian. Ben Yedder's we're not going to use. Mahrez, Asensio, and only Madueke we can use later in the save. So the option at cam you guys were asking for was Dominik Szoboszlai. So we could go for him from Leipzig. And Cristiano Ronaldo is the striker. I'll leave Ronaldo till last, but certainly you guys were keen on Szoboszlai to come in. So we're going to bring him in as the new cam. I'll offer... And this is where I might try and use some of the players we're not getting bids for as part of it. No, you cannot have David Alaba. I've just bloody signed him. But I would be open to giving you someone. 54 million isn't the worst in the world, actually. Transfer value, transfer bid-wise. I'll try and get them down. They need time to think about that. Do you, though? Really? So, Szoboszlai will come in. And then, I think Dumfries is the right back we were going to go for. Mainly because we can use Podro later down the line. And it's more realistic for an Italian side to sign from within Italy. And Denzel Dumfries was second string at Inter last year, with Sergio Canales preferred on the right-hand side for them. So, I'm going to try and bring the Dutchman to me. I do not want to sell Filip Kostic, though, thank you very much. That was the whole point of me buying Son, was to have that as part of the... Oh, 32, they'll say yes to. Let's go! Denzel Dumfries for undervaluation. So on £75,000 a week as well. If we can get him for about that, then dream. Absolute dream. If he gives me an idea of what he wants a week, which hopefully won't be much, then 79 grand, bargain, pal. I'll even give you 85. Now I've taken that bonus out. Say yes, Denzel. Let's go. Denzel Dumfries joins us as well. That's another first team strengthening signing that further improves our chances in all competitions this year. And even fellow newbie Heung-min Son has come to say hello and welcome him to the club. They've come back to me for Szoboszlai and they would like 42 million plus a sell-on fee. Let's negotiate from there then. Oh no, they just accepted my 42. Banging! Let's go. And he only wants a rotation role. He's going to start, Dominic. You guys want him to start ahead of Pogba, which I'm absolutely fine with. Because he will grow, hopefully, exponentially this season. We could absolutely have Dominik Szoboszlai up as a 85, 86 rated player by the end of the season. He wants 83 grand a week, he can have it. Dominic is in as well. That's another new signing through the door. Don't need to watch the same cutscene again. Okay. Okay, the season and the side are taking shape. That's actually a very good value as well for a player with that level of potential to come in. Very pleased with that indeed. Pogba onto the bench. Head of Jorge. Kostic can go there. Sorry, Jorge. You're going to come out of that starting lineup now. And Dominik Szoboszlai is going to go in your place. His potential is going to be very, very high indeed. So I'm going to go and put a development plan on Szoboszlai. I'm going to put a development plan on Dumfries. And I think... well, the next signing is either a striker or a centre-back. And because Kostic can come on as a winger, and I could maybe move Son to striker, do I go for a centre-back next? I think so. I think centre-back is where we need the depth next. So I'm going to go and get a centre-back, and hopefully we'll be even further improved before we get to the game against Napoli. Still waiting. I couldn't agree contract terms. A bid for Ake, though, from Fenerbahce, which we will accept. Still waiting for bids on Artur and Di Maria, so I'm probably going to look to use them in deals moving forward. The question is, who for? Cristiano, do you want to come play for me? Potentially back to Juve. It's not Pogba. It's Ron back. That doesn't work at all, does it, as a thing? That was probably pretty awful for me. Oh my god, they've just accepted 28 million off the bat. Thank you, not Eric Ten Hag. I appreciate that very much indeed. 28 million signed. He's on £175,000 a week. He's in his final year of his contract. Now, he wants crucial squad role. I will try and get him to sign important if he is adamant to sign crucial, which it's Cristiano, he will be. But he's not going to last that long, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He can be as unhappy as he likes. He's going to play a relatively large amount of football for me, but he still won't be first team to begin with. I don't think he'll be first team ever. If we don't get on with Vlahovic, then we'll look to sell. If we continually don't get on with Vlahovic, we will look to sell Dusan and bring in another striker to start up top. But Cristiano, for the first time, I think, in any save that I've ever done on YouTube, Cristiano Ronaldo signs and plays for me up top. I've signed Messi before. We signed him back at Barcelona last year. But I don't think I've ever signed Cristiano Ronaldo. I've had Mbappe, although I didn't sign him directly. No, I did sign. I signed a 17-year-old Mbappe at Cambridge United years ago. We've also signed Neymar previously as well. But I've never had Cristiano. The boy is back. Cristiano Ronaldo is on the shortlist. Sorry, off the shortlist and into the squad position. He's not going to start for me yet. I don't think he's going to start for me at all. But potentially in cup competition. I'm also retraining Dennis Zakaria as a centre-back to save money. Because I might as well. I've got Pogba and Lamar as centre-mid options. And then still Artur, who I can't seem to get rid of. We've got Moretti and Ravella, who can do a job as well. So I think it makes sense to change Zakaria to a centre-back and just alter from within. So there you go. We have, for now, done all of our business, I think. Son, Szoboszlai, Dumfries, Ronaldo, Alaba. 5 new signings, 4 of which in the starting lineup. Potentially 5 if Cristiano comes in and forces his way in. And now then, for the first game of the new season, it's Napoli away. Our first opponents of the new year have strengthened in their lineup. Emi Martinez, Ait Nuri, Otamendi, Kim Min-jae and Oliveira. Zambo Anguissa, Lobotka and Zielinski Politano on the left. Kvaratskhelia is now their highest rated left winger. And someone that was on our shortlist, you saw earlier on, had moved here. Matheus Cunha, now their starting striker, ahead of an 81 rated Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Of course, we now have Szoboszlai, Son, Alaba and Dumfries in the 11. And I'll make a note of saying as well, I know I'm using Alaba at centre mid and changing Zakaria to a centre back, but I would prefer them personally that way round. David Alaba, I think, would be better for me at CDM than Zakaria would because he's not as clunky, and Zakaria would be better at centre-back because he's taller and more physical. I think that's just a no-brainer, really. I think they work better the other way round. So that's how we're going to utilise them. But to have options like Pogba, Kostic and Ronaldo on the bench this year is going to make a massive difference. Szoboszlai is right-footed, so we'll try and make sure that we utilise him as best we can on that right-hand side. Alaba obviously left-footed. Son can use either foot. Come on! We have significantly improved. Can we show it on the pitch? Nearly played through. No goal-scoring chances to come so far, actually. I don't know, as there's actually been a shot yet in 35 minutes worth of football. But we're trying to create something. Denzel Dumfries doing his best at right wing-back to get stuck in. They're in that side there to Dusan, and he'll look for Dominic. And Szoboszlai is in behind here and away from the defenders and scores on debut! The new Hungarian superstar Dominic Szoboszlai, the lowest rated of all the players we've brought in this year, but the first to score. We're off the mark. The first shot of the entire game in the 39th minute or whenever it is. And he's gotten it done. Brilliant finish. We lead. Here's Politano. Inside to Matheus Cunha, sorry. They've worked that really well. Are they about to get an instant equaliser? They are not, thanks to good defending from Pau Torres. He stood firm there. Wasn't to be put off by the men running around him. The movement, he held his position and was able to get the tackle in. Vlahovic looking for Son. It would have been a really nice ball around the corner if the defender wasn't in quite such close proximity to get the interception in. I'm worried about where that's going to go. Pau Torres across again to get his foot in. Having a brilliant first half to the new season. And we are 1-0 up at the break. I don't think I'm mistaken in saying I think there's been one shot in that half. The shot being the goal. And indeed it is. It's been such a nitpicky game where one side has possession and nicks it off the other before they're able to create the chance. The one time we have created the chance, we've taken it. We just hope that the same thing doesn't happen for Napoli, and when they create their first chance, they don't score theirs. Or if they do, it's after we've scored another of our own. Heung-min Son has stolen that away really nicely. We'll look for the pass to Dusan Vlahovic, who will look to get the shot away early. But unfortunately, the defender is in the way. Lovely tackle by Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Son to Alaba. We'll look around the corner here. We'll get that quickly to Fede Chiesa, whose shot is equally blocked by a defender. The shots are coming now, but they haven't yet caused the goalkeeper to make a save. The bot cut out wide. Dumfries is out of position now, so Bremer's going to have to come across to deal with it. Musiala has ended up at Newcastle, as you saw, top left. And the goalkeeper called into action. Napoli's first shot is dealt with. Marco Reus on for Kvaratskhelia now. So they've made a change out wide, but Reus is nowhere near as fast as he used to be. He's quite slow, in fact, Marco Reus, now in game. Oh, that was not where I wanted that pass to go at all. And Cunha will find Zielinski, and that's my error. I tried to play the ball forward, assuming I would have someone further up. I didn't, and as such, it tried to play it centrally. I didn't glance at the minimap and assumed I had someone up here where their defensive line was. That was me making an assumption about the position of my players without actually looking at the minimap to see where they were. That one is absolutely on me, and I'll take that on the chin. So if we can go and score a second now, that'd be great, because I arguably lost the Coppa Italia last year due to an individual error like that. But we aren't going to lose our lead thanks to an error like that, because I've immediately gone and scored at the other end. And Fede Chiesa is off the mark for the season. Who got the assist to that? Might even have been Vlahovic, actually. It was Dusan with a lovely ball through. And Fede Chiesa buries it nicely. Are we going to get more from those two this year? I certainly hope so. He's got options inside, including Fede Chiesa, who will look for Vlahovic, who will look to score one of his own, but that's comfortably held by Emi Martinez. That's not very well dealt with by Emi Martinez. And Milinkovic-Savic has played in again. And look at Chiesa's on the run, and he's in behind here, Fede, and it could be exactly the same sort of goal again. Oh, it's even more well tucked away. Trivela, outside of the foot, whipped into the corner. 3-1 Juventus. We will win on opening day. And now that we're not desperate for a goal, I'll bring Cristiano on so I can trial him, see how good he plays for me without definitely needing that final product from him to try and change the result. That's a beautiful finish. Absolutely wonderful from Fede Chiesa. Dusan off, Ronaldo on, and this has been a brilliant way to start the season. Right, Nouri with the throw. Lobotka into Zambo Anguissa. Zielinski to Mateus Cunha. They're going to... Oh, he's nutmegged the defender. I was going to say they're going to pull one back. Oh, they still could and have. Poor from Bremer to lose possession like that. I tackled the man, and it looked like it just switched to the Napoli man being in possession, so to speak, gameplay engine-wise. Need to have a look at that. I get the foot in here, and then... What? Zielinski's just whacked it against Bremer's legs again. It's a good finish. It's just as well we scored that third. Chiesa's Trivela is going to be the goal that makes the difference. Now, I think we might need to have a word with Chiesa, just as Manchester United needed to have a word with Edinson Cavani. I think we need to give Cristiano the number 7 shirt, don't we? I think it's a bit unlikely that he'd come in and not have it. I'm not sure who my number 11 is off the top of my head, so perhaps, might be Kostic actually, perhaps Chiesa can take the number 11 shirt. Pardo transfer talks end. Lombardi loan agreement is agreed, though, which is good news. We will accept that. Transfer bid for Cesar Acuna. Now, ordinarily, I would say no, but this would tick another box in the objectives this season to sell a youth player for more than £2.6 million, or to make profit of more than £2.6 million. With regards to my objectives, I need to submit my Belgium squad. I don't think there's anyone else I want to add in, actually, so I'm quite happy with the Belgium squad as it is. And for the objectives, I'm pretty sure the youth, well, the financial one, £2.6 million profit from youth player sales. Well, that bid for the youngster, the Spaniard, was 2.6 something, wasn't it? So that's that ticked then. We haven't played any home games yet. We're about to. And we're currently 4th in the league. I was wondering. 4th in the league after the first round of fixtures. Now, the group stage should have been drawn now with those matches rescheduled, and indeed it has. So we have Celtic, HJK of Sweden, I want to say. They might be Finnish, but I think HJK are Swedish. And Midtjylland in our group for the Europa League. Very much a toppable group, don't you think? Oh, it's Helsinki, isn't it? Yes, HJK Helsinki. Thank you, Twitch chat. HJK Helsinki, who are Finnish. We actually have Finland in a international game on the horizon. But for now, we're going to continue on, and it's time to go and play Verona. I do have a different Champions League group. Okay, so update. I went into the Hellas Verona game with a kit that kit selection that I didn't think would clash. Whereas when we got in-game, it did clash. So we came out and reloaded the save. It reloaded me at the beginning of the week rather than at the end of the week. And I have a different Champions League or Europa League group. So I've still got Celtic, but now we've got Lech Poznan from Poland and Ghent from Belgium. Still a winnable group. Still absolutely a winnable group, but it changed. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. So we shall deal with it accordingly and now go and play Hellas Verona and hopefully get 3 points. So Hellas Verona's starting lineup. Montipo in goal, 3 at the back. Temeze in their midfield, as well as Kenneth Taylor, the Ajax youngster. Whether he's here on loan or permanently, I'm not sure. With Simeone and Barak up top. A 3-1-4-2, although it looks more like a 3-5-2 in a straight midfield 5. But we've got some changes to my lineup as well, to be fair. Ronaldo starts, Kostic, Pogba, Zakaria at centre-back, and McKennie at right-back as well. All changes into the starting lineup for this fixture against Hellas Verona. I'm going to try and use the squad to the best of my ability this year, and hopefully we'll be able to get a really consistent performance out of everybody that's involved in the team. Looking for Ronaldo, he went for it. He didn't quite get there. Milinkovic-Savic now has a new number 8 for me. Pogba with a new number 6 for me. Oh no, I think I changed. Yeah, no, I changed Pogba to 6 because he was number 10, and I gave number 10 to the man out wide. Kostic is still 17. Here's Pogba out wide here towards Chiesa at least, but not finding the new number 10, Federico Chiesa, on this occasion. I'll have that back, thank you, Bremer. Well, he won it once. I think he won the ball back about 3 times there and lost it every time. Milinkovic-Savic in there to David Alaba, to Chiesa, to Ronaldo. Can't quite turn away from Temeze. Still, I was going to say still, Hellas Verona hold us out, but will they for much longer? Cristiano Ronaldo winding up for, Ronaldo special from distance. But it's well saved by the goalkeeper, Chiesa, with the delivery. Cristiano underneath it. It's cleared well by Roldan. Quickly back towards a teammate. Bremer. Here's Pogba. Savic was calling for it, as was Kostic. It's Kostic we'll look for, but I won't find him through the little gap. Ronaldo nearly scoring an absolute screamer to welcome him back to these home fans. Spinazzola wins that back, and Pogba will look to get forward. Ronaldo is there. Can't quite get it under control. And quickly to Alaba. Needed to play that pass. Here's Chiesa. Ronaldo's on the run. Ronnie's in. And Ronnie! Saved by the keeper again. See what we can do from this corner instead. Chiesa in. Ronaldo's there for a second time. Second time the defender gets to it first. Pogba should win this. Chiesa will look for him again. No, it's Kostic on the edge of the box. Didn't fancy it on his right foot and on his left. I didn't have the space. Kostic trying to work it about well. Look for Savic through that gap. Savic for Ronaldo. Ronaldo holding it up well. Back to Savic. To Chiesa. There's just not enough room for a shot. Cristiano out to Weston McKennie, who will stand it in the middle, looking for Pogba, very nearly find him. Savic will win that header. Chiesa again. Continually, the pressure is on here, looking for the first goal of the game. But can I find half a yard for a shot? Can I Ek? Ronaldo looking for Chiesa, can't find him. 7 minutes to go till half-time. It's been all Juventus, but I can't get a goal. Nice tackle by SMS. A driving run by SMS. Play him around the corner, SMS. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic couldn't have been more unlucky, looking for the first goal of the game. What a run. What a move. And unfortunately, off the woodwork. And now going the other way. I might be in trouble. Going to need to rely on Weston McKennie's pace here. Simeone looks for the pass. Probably. Oh my God, Chesney! Wojciech Szczesny's first touch is so bad. And then he powers into the defender. That touch is awful. And then he just flattens the striker. Is that a penalty? It probably should be. His first touch, look, his foot wobbles as he just takes an awful touch. And then, I mean, I think that's a pen. I think that's a penalty. I've gotten away with one there. Oh, my Lord. Wojciech Szczesny. What was that first touch, mate? Trying to be all fancy with the outside the left foot. Did not work at all. Ronaldo looking to dink it. Did it hit a hand? The players were calling for it. Nothing given. A throw then. Pogba's going off for Tom Lamar. That's my one change to try and break down their backline at the minute. Here is Tom Lamar, the Frenchman. Finds Ronaldo, who spins well. Just can't get away from their defence. They are everywhere, these Verona defenders. Barak, forced backwards. Forward they come again. Zakaria in the way. Here comes the press. So we'll look to switch it and play a long ball. Just to shake them off. They've got Inter Milan next as well. Chiesa inside nicely to Milinkovic-Savic. There's space now for Ronaldo. The ball's not great. Cristiano buries it in the 85th minute. You know what's coming. He's not. He's not done it. I'll do it for you. Let's go. Cristiano Ronaldo is back at Juventus. And back winning games for them too. Got the strength and just about the pace, but still the finishing quality. Physically, he's not the man he used to be. But give him the chance, he'll tuck it away. We don't want to concede late at all. Win that, please, Bremer. He's done well. Tom Lamari's up nicely too, but here they come. It's opened up for them. Wojciech Szczesny called upon. Manchester City have just conceded against Brentford in the 98th minute. I do not want to concede here too. The keeper was up for them. It still could end up in the back of the net. Oh, it's gone straight to Wojciech Szczesny. I could have pushed for a second goal with the goalkeeper off his line and chasing back towards his own goal, but we'll just waste the time. That was a really difficult game. Hellas Verona were impossible to break down, and eventually, save. Finally the goal, and then we had to do some saving of our own at the other end, but we got the job done. 6 points to start the season, and we're very pleased with it indeed. Cristiano Ronaldo with the goal to give us the victory, proving worth his while bringing in. It was that deadly finish and the attack positioning of the man, the intelligence to be in the right place at the right time. He won't always play, but when he does, we need to get a performance out of him. And we did. We were patient, and it worked. Right, I don't know if anything else is going to happen. Deadline day has arrived. There are some rumours of players potentially coming to Serie A, not necessarily to us. Berger Mailing could be going to Sassuolo, and Mateus Hayes could be going to AC Milan. Some moves in the window so far, at least on deadline day so far. Lucas Verissimo to Leicester and Karim Rekic to Wolfsburg are the two of any real note whatsoever. We'll see what else happens as Tommaso Pobega goes from Milan to Valencia and Daichi Kamada goes from Frankfurt to Barcelona. We're not looking to do anything else. Man United have signed another striker, so even further cementing our decision to sign Cristiano Ronaldo. He would have been nowhere near their starting lineup. Patrick Schick and Gerard Moreno now the leading line for Manchester United. More youngsters going out. More bids for Weston McKennie, which we are rejecting. Thank you very much. Really want him to stay as he's a quality squad player. Anthony Elanga leaves Manchester United as well to go to Crystal Palace for 24.8 million. Let's see what else happens in this window. Martin Zubimendi goes to the Premier League for £44.9 million. Another Weston McKennie bid. Player plus cash this time, but I'll be honest, I don't want a 71 rated goalkeeper. Sorry. Yeah, Gerard Moreno, the biggest deal so far in this window. Anything else in there? Ben Godfrey to West Ham. Adama Traore to Sevilla. Di Pardo has had a bid come in, which we will accept. He rejected the offer to go to Atalanta United, or at least their contract offer. Samuel Chukwueze to Newcastle, and Mateus Hayes has gone to AC Milan. Still no bigger deal. Never mind. Memphis Depay from Barcelona to Bayern. A move that won't really affect us at this stage of the save, but may well later down the line. Bukayo Saka rumoured to be going to Inter Milan, which is a real turn up for the books. That is a loan to buy, which we will delegate to just a loan. That is just a loan, and I'm happy for Atleti to have Moretti on loan. And Pardo has again turned down contract talks. Is Saka going to go to Inter? Doesn't look like it at this stage. Kyle Walker to Real Madrid. Ollie Skip to Strasbourg. Weirdly enough. Saka does go to Inter Milan for £55.9 million. Getting loan bids now for players that are... Well, there's just not enough time left in the window, is there? I will delegate that to just a loan, but we're literally about to run out of time. A 2-year loan for Rovella to Atalanta. I'll try and get it to a 1 year, but again, I think time's going to run out. I'll accept that, but again, as we say, time is going to pass before those deals can get done. So I will show you the big... Thiago's left Liverpool to go to Leipzig as well as they make a signing. So let's show you the biggest deals of the transfer window so far, shall we? Transfer history. Biggest deals in this save to this... Oh my shit! Frankie de Jong to Liverpool for £140.9 million. Florian Wirtz has gone to Dortmund for 107.3. Patrick Schick for 100.5 as well. Leverkusen rolling in it. Fikayo Tomori to PSG. That's significantly going to weaken AC Milan. Musiala we saw. I didn't realise it was £93.8 million though. Our biggest signing was Heung-min Son for 83.6. Marquinhos to Real Madrid. Fardiol to Villarreal. Saka we saw. Jose Maria Jimenez to Roma. That's an intriguing one. We've got them tomorrow. Pulisic to Leipzig. Cunha we saw. Gavi to Roma. Maddison to Leipzig. Nuno Mendes to Dortmund. Konate to Palace. A weird one. Lenormand to Leverkusen. They spent some of the money. Daniel Marlon to Inter. That's going to make them even stronger, isn't it? Zubamendi we saw. Rodrigo de Paul we saw. Nkapie, Evan Nielsen. Alan Saint-Maximin goes to Spurs. Don't know how good Evan Nielsen is or can be. Koopman is to Fiorentina. So moving within Serie A. Jonathan Tah goes to Liverpool. Ilic to Nice. So that weakens Verona. But they were still pretty strong against us. Ben White to Lyon is an odd one. Baumgartner to Monaco. Dembele. Kamada we saw. Muniain goes to West Ham. Zapata leaves Atalanta to go to Everton. That's good news for us this season. Bowen to Leverkusen. So they have spent some of their money, Leverkusen, but not a lot of it. Moise Kean permanently to Bayern. Juan Foyt permanently to Bayern. Gonzalo Ramos goes to Hoffenheim. And Pobega to Valencia is one that we saw earlier on. So as we leave you then today, we are not sure where we are in the league. Belgium pretty much guaranteed to qualify for the Euros, so we will take charge of that when the time comes around. And we are second in the table, one of only 2 teams to get a 100% record from 2 fixtures. And we have Roma in tomorrow's episode. The calendar is very busy for the month of September. I will probably sim Sampdoria, play Celtic, play Roma, and either play Bologna or play Lech Poznan, depending on what happens in the game against Celtic. But very busy month. Equally busy month of October, although 2 of those are international fixtures. And, well, with AC Milan and Inter Milan, both in the same month, I think you could probably guess which fixtures we're going to be playing then as well. That will do us for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and you're looking forward to this second season where we really want to tick off some boxes and light up some trophies in that trophy room. But for now, we're going to continue to grind it out. With all of the new signings in, I think we're a much better prospect for some trophies this year than we were last. Join me tomorrow and on stream, link in the description down below. Drop this video a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.